Lewis Hamilton is one of the world's highest paid athletes, and with a net worth of more than $250 million, well, he has to spend that money somewhere. The 7-time world champion's life revolves around racing, but there's a lot more to Hamilton's financial life than most people realise. So, let's take a deep dive into the Brit's investments and business ventures. When we think of dominant athletes, we think of names like LeBron James, Lionel Messi and Roger Federer, all of whom are generational athletes whose prime years seem to last forever. Lewis Hamilton has been on a similar run, remaining at his peak long after winning his first world title in 2008. Hamilton's success on the track has also earned him millions of dollars, making him not only the highest paid driver in Formula 1, but also the 8th highest paid athlete in the world. Hamilton has spent most of his life following the path of racing, and there is no denying that he has a deep love for the sport. But here's an intriguing fact. Cars aren't Hamilton's only interest. He's also a real estate kingpin. He, like many prominent drivers, owns a large number of condos, mansions, and other types of residences all over the world. In comparison, however, the amount of money Hamilton has invested in real estate is absolutely mind-boggling. In fact, real estate accounts for half of Hamilton's net worth. Firstly, there's his London mansion, which was built in 1860 and is estimated to be worth around $25 million. Aside from the mansion, the British driver owns several exotic apartments and penthouses in New York, Geneva, and Monaco. Then there's the $30 million he put into the Granada resort. The land was given to Lewis as part of a 4-year tourism campaign to help it become the face of the island where his grandfather lived. Lewis, however, isn't only interested in real estate. As many F1 fans are aware, Hamilton does not hold back when it comes to speaking his mind. As the only black driver in F1 history, he's used his platform to advocate for racial equality and other causes such as LGBTQ+ equality and environmental concerns. Now, this change was made as part of the world champion's ongoing effort to raise awareness about social issues, with climate change at the forefront. However, this is not an isolated incident in the world of Formula 1, with the sport as a whole moving towards a more sustainable future. Nonetheless, Hamilton has recently made a number of investments in the world of green business. Lewis invested in Athletic Greens, a company that creates plant-based nutritional powder, earlier in 2021. For the first time since its inception over a decade ago, the firm is seeking outside investors. Celebrities from various industries are among those who have invested, including actor Hugh Jackman, model Cindy Crawford, musician Steve Aoki, and Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton said in a statement that he's excited to support and invest in Athletic Greens, and that includes a drink in his daily routine. In the same month, Lewis joined legendary musician Questlove and tennis champion Roger Federer as an investor in NotCo, a vegan food tech company. The company was founded last year with the primary goal of entering 3 plant-based market categories: dairy, meat and eggs. The food tech startup distinguishes itself from its competitors by employing specialized AI technology called Giuseppe to replicate animal products, perfecting the taste, texture and cooking ability of the plant-based alternatives. Lewis Hamilton is also very interested in fashion, and with his team Mercedes being in a multi-year partnership with clothing brand Tommy Hilfiger, it was simple for the Brit to strike a deal with the company. Lewis was named a Tommy Hilfiger men's brand ambassador in spring 2018, representing the Hilfiger collection, Tommy Hilfiger Tailored, and Tommy Hilfiger menswear, underwear and swimwear. Lewis has caught the eyes of Tommy Hilfiger himself, who admires Hamilton's achievements in Formula 1. I've always admired Lewis's incredible endurance during the race, as well as his unique style off the track, which speak to the new generation of Tommy guys. He's built his incredible career as a racing driver with passion, dedication and extremely hard work, values that I embrace when founding my brand. We have a history in Formula 1, and this partnership builds on our heritage of collaborations within the world of motorsport. Lewis spoke about his role as a global ambassador for the company and the importance of fashion in his daily life. I believe in the power of fashion and innovation to celebrate individuality and break conventions like Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy's designs inspire me to be bold in every outfit that I put together outside of the racing track, expressing my creativity and eclectic style with confidence. I'm very excited to partner with such a visionary brand. Although the F1 grid has not always been regarded as one of the most fashionable in the world of sport, Hamilton has been single-handedly leading the charge to change that perception. Each time he graces a track, he arrives dressed in a different, more daring outfit than the previous one, making it difficult to tell whether it's race week or fashion week. His outfits have always caused a stir among F1 fans, as well as divided opinions. Some argue that Hamilton's antics do not belong in such a refined and professional sport as Formula 1. Hamilton has some words for those people. Anyone can wear whatever they want. There will be people that don't understand it, but that's okay. Hopefully they'll eventually go through the opening their mind phase and let people be who they want to be. Lewis admits that the fashion industry is vastly different from Formula 1, but he still wishes to express himself freely. It's a much different world naturally to F1. F1's obviously not focused on that, and it's obviously very corporate. There is no fashion actually in F1. I love that environment where I'm able to express myself. I now do that on the racetrack, and I feel free to be able to do so. Hamilton also discussed his approach to finding his footing in fashion and design in 2018, claiming that his Formula 1 experience aided him, but also emphasizing the steep learning curve he will face. I've been successful in my racing career, and I know what it takes to be good at something. If I apply myself the way I have in my racing career to other things that I love, I think I can do pretty well. But I also acknowledge that I have a steep learning curve. Lewis has received numerous offers from reputable companies as a result of his reputation as one of the greatest drivers of all time. The driver was named as the new global spokesperson for L'Oreal Men in 2016, a cosmetics company that specializes in skincare, sun protection, makeup, perfume, and hair care. He's also received sponsorship and ambassadorship from Bose, Police, and IWC watches. Although the deals are always kept under wraps, they pay him extremely well, with the partnerships generating an estimated yearly revenue of more than $10 million. However, Lewis Hamilton's most exciting investments in recent years have been his cars. The British man has an exclusive and expensive car collection, with machines like the Mercedes AMG 1, McLaren P1, and a 1967 Shelby Cobra among the most expensive. The 7-time world champion makes the most of his collection's rising value. Earlier in January, he parted ways with his Pagani Zonda 760 LH, pocketing millions in the process. According to the Italian magazine Quattro Rotte, Hamilton sold the car for 10 million euros after purchasing it for 1.4 million, resulting in an 8.6 million euro profit. The car was custom built for Hamilton several years ago, hence the LH at the end of the name. According to reports, Hamilton sold the car for ethical reasons and will only drive hybrid or electric cars in the future. However, the profit from selling the car couldn't have gone over his head. His collection is estimated to be worth over $20 million, making it one of the most exclusive private car collections in the world. Unsurprisingly, Lewis Hamilton has also entered the world of motorsport, forming his own team in the Extreme E Series. X44, named after Lewis's racing number, is designed to give opportunities to the next generation of drivers, engineers, and technicians while raising awareness of the world's most pressing issues. Rather than driving himself, Lewis used his position as the founder to put his experience to use and build a dedicated and competitive team. In the lineup for the 2021 season, Dakar driver Cristina Gutierrez, the first Spanish female driver to finish the race in the car category, was joined by legendary driver Sebastian Loeb, the most successful rally driver of all time. The team finished second in the inaugural season of the Extreme E Electric Off-Road Racing Series, losing on countback to none other than Nico Rosberg's team, Rosberg X Racing, possibly giving Lewis some flashbacks to 2016. Being statistically the greatest F1 driver of all time and among the most successful athletes in the world, Lewis Hamilton was definitely rewarded for his accomplishments. In recent years, we've seen the 7-time world champion branch out into other industries, carving out a name for himself in the business world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and remember to click the bell button to be notified of future videos. Please share your thoughts in the section below. What do you think of Lewis Hamilton? Do you believe his business ventures divert his attention away from Formula 1? What are your thoughts on his impact on the sport and the industries he's ventured into? We'd love to hear what you think.